Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Prince Magnum channel where hot rodding and romance do coexist. I'm your host, Prince Magnum. Welcome to Picking Up the Pieces, Prince Magnum edition. Wow, right? Tonight we're going to talk about where I'm going to go, what I'm going to do. Basically, we're already looking far enough into the future. Basically, like we talked a little bit about the care plan that we've pretty well got set up for Princess Faye once she gets home. It's just a matter of initiating it, okay? So we've got all of that figured out. So now we need to talk about what I'm doing, okay? Um, so we got a lot of ground to cover. Um, so sit back, relax. We're going to cover a lot of ground today. So we're going to make sure that the chat is flowing so I can keep an eye on things because I know a lot of you are going to have some questions in all of this. Um, we're made we but we have a big update, but we'll announce that here in just a bit to a certain degree. Obviously, there's some things that I can't share on current events, but get this stream shared out. The heat just got hot. Okay, first and foremost, I know a lot of you have been keeping up with the story and talked with me personally, um, but we have some current events that we're going to kind of go over. Um, I will say that this story has reached now epidemic proportions where it's going to be very hard very soon because some big names are getting involved now. Um, Dear old Prince Magnum is connected still in to a lot of folks in a lot of places. So hold on to your hats. I'm serious. This is big, 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 big. Okay. So let's begin here in a moment. We'll kind of start touching base, and then basically we're going to be going into what I'm doing right now. Okay. Um, but we're going to wait a couple of minutes, okay? So everyone has a chance because I don't want anyone to miss this. Someone raise Danny and Mike and, make sure everyone's here because you guys are not going to want to miss this. Prince Magnum ended up calling in some favors. Um, oh, big. Oh my God, do I owe them big? So, um, what's going on, Zero? We got a turn of events that's huge. You better raise everyone you know. This went epidemic. We're going to wait about another 30 seconds before we start making the announcements. Okay? This has reached an epidemic proportion now. Like, um, phone calls are being made as we speak, sort of thing. Um, like, you know, like this is big. What's happening, Spirit Wolf? This reached Um, for those that don't know, dear old Prince Magnum is connected to some, someone make sure that you guys get Danny and Mike in here. They're not going to believe this shit. Someone raised Natalie, too. Nat, get it? You're not going to believe this. I was on the phone for almost 2 hours, for actually about 2 hours, with a big content creator here on YouTube, Twitch, and has their own podcast. It just got big. They are connected. They asked me not to give out their name of their channels because they still want to help in the aftercare once Princess Faye is home, because they are licensed for this sort of. Yeah, I can't give it. They asked me to keep it quiet right now. We can, basically once the dust settles and everything starts coming out and everything, they are connected to a lot of big names, even right here on YouTube. This just got big, okay? To the point where now authorities are being called, corporations are being called right now as we speak. Song? Yes, it is. It is worth it. She's worth it. And there's a dear friend of mine named Spaz Baby. It's so good to see you. I'm glad you're here today. Absolutely. Thank you so much. Get over there and check out Spaz Baby over on Twitch. Um, Amazing content creator. I've known her for 4 years. We've been friends. And fantastic creator. Uh, no one on the planet like her. Get over there, get to know her, and show her some love. Show her that Maverick Nation big content creator love. But we have a big name now involved. She is amazing, amazing. Dear friend of the channel. So the heat just got hot. Um, you'll have to tell me afterwards. You'll have to tell me the good, what you know too. So, all right. First things first, folks. I want to thank everyone who's able to be here. Share out the streams. Share out the stream. We are going to be putting together kind of like a playlist of all the important streams that. Absolutely, absolutely fantastic. So, where do we go from here? What is my plan? Well, starting Wednesday, I go back to work. Work is already aware that my grandmother passed away, so we're expecting something. So tomorrow, dear old Prince Magnum's got to take the car over and get it inspected. Um, um, the next step from there, because my mom's sending a bunch of stuff express. Despite all the problems my mom has had, she's right there with me, and I got to get back to work. So I'm going back to work Wednesday, 6 o'clock a.m. I clock on and do what I do, and I'm going back to work for McDonald's now. Kind of a heads up, dear old Prince Magnum has been involved with a cryptocurrency similar to Bitcoin, and I've been on the ground level. I've kind of kept this kind of off to the side where you guys didn't know it, but I was off to the side working on a cryptocurrency that's about to go live. And when it does, dear old Prince Magnum might be sitting on a little bit of money. Don't know how much, but when it goes live, we're going to be okay for a second. Okay. So that is good news for us. Along with that, we have folks now who um, are wanting to basically get involved and help rebuild everything. Regardless of the situation, even if the off chance that Princess Faye doesn't come home, we're going to be doing okay. As a matter of fact, we've joked about it, yes, but the Prince Magnum channel is now expanding over to Pornhub, and we've had a few good laughs about that. But it's a serious source of income, so good for us. We'll be able to make a little extra money on my content creator capabilities. Hey, to me, that's you know that's you know that's therapy for a couple. Okay, help them get over those tough spots in their in the romance section. This channel supports romance, both sides of it. The sweet lovey-dovey side and the side that makes you go, "Oh my God." You know what I'm saying? You know, that's how babies are made. Anyhow, Project Lena needs to be inspected so I could drive her back and forth to work. Okay? Project Lena, so I could drive her back and forth to work. We've got to get her legal. She's been off the road for a little while, and there was no sense until I got a job. There was no sense. We were at Princess Bay, and I were supposed to be working in the same place. Thank God we weren't. Yeah, it's licensing and inspection. So tomorrow is going to be a lot of that. Once we get Project Lena going and we can start getting the money together to work on Project Spirit, that's exactly what we're going to do. I've been in contact with a few other people that say they want to help. We'll be okay. We'll make it happen. Okay. There's probably even some guy that can even record a radiator. So we are in good shape. We're we stand a chance that everything's going to be on. Okay, that we're the lights are going to stay on. The channel is going to continue. We are going to be okay. I was going to go back inside, but I've changed my mind. So we're okay there, and so we've called in favors. It just got hot. It's only a matter of time. However, if in the off chance that everything that we're doing does not show fruits of labor, Princess Faye continues down that dark road, and God forbid becomes an OD statistic or something to that effect. I don't think she will, but in the off chance that we're all wrong, we got to look at, right now, earlier today, we talked about hoping for the best. Now we're talking about planning for the worst. Financially, it's going to be a rough show for a second, but there is that off chance that we may not, Princess Faye may not come home. We're going to be okay though. We'll be able to keep the lights on and everything going. Might be a little bit of a rough show, but we can do it. It's beautiful out here, man. I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm hoping to get this whole idea of mine off the ground enough where I can actually have a little bit of property, have a nice house on it, and bring Princess Faye into that nice house. Maybe even get a couple horses, do some horseback riding. That is my hope. That's always been a hope of mine, and have Project Spirit and another classic car in the garage. That is my hope. Hopefully in the near future. This thing with the cryptocurrency, which I showed it off to zero, and you're intrigued, aren't you? Like, holy crap, this is pretty cool, man. You're getting to see it on the ground level. We stand to do well. Yeah. Oh, it's beautiful out here. Missouri's got a lot of beautiful grounds still, and it's been my home state my whole life. It's beautiful country out here. I love going off, and I haven't done it in a while. Princess Faye and I were supposed to go off into the woods and spend some time just enjoying nature. Some of my favorite moments with her is sitting at Pickle Springs and our feet dangling in the water and just sitting there, just two of us. Beautiful. All you can hear is the sounds of of the woods, and it's beautiful. Absolutely, Zero. Hang on a second here. I don't know why my phone does that. There we go. Does that every now and again where it starts turning down on its own, turning down the brightness, and it's like, don't do that, you little motherfucker. So right now, as it stands, we're okay. We're we're rebuilding. So even if she do, if she comes home or even if she doesn't, we're gonna be okay. Now we're gonna start backing off on this series, and we're gonna focus on some other stuff. There was a big yeah. Well, even if it never gets that huge, which I mean, it's still possible that it can. Even after it goes live, and they're estimating that they'll be able to take it live by the beginning of the year. Well, you know, I understand, Zero. So we've got a lot of ground to cover. Okay. Uh, Basically, with all the ventures that we're doing and trying to make everything happen, it's going to be okay when if Princess Faye comes home, and it's even going to be okay even if she doesn't. We're going to be able to keep this channel rocking and rolling. So, um, I know right after the stream, I've got a lot of phone calls still left for today before my day is done. I got to double check my email, see if I got a call back from Pornhub, which I'm not the only content creator to kind of expand or jump ship over there. So this is nothing new. Pornhub's seen dollar signs with a lot of amazing content creators, so they invited them in, and even some are even, from my knowledge, have even streamed adult video games over there. So there's no laughing in it, and some of us might laugh about it, but the truth of it is I mean, I have a talent for editing, because I'm creative like that. This is my art. No, it's just, I got good at it. So we're set, okay, to go. And, so if Princess Faye makes it home, we'll be able to make a little extra money and probably get her on a check. And absolutely. So right now, as it stands, we are going to be okay. It might take a second to get lined out. May even have to call in some more favors to keep the lights on and everything, but we'll do it. We're going to be okay. Fair enough. Fair enough, Spirit. That's our dear friend Spirit Wolf. Get over and check out his channel. You could try, but won't do you any good. I'm not that exciting. And as a matter of fact, everything I've done is legal. What's going on, J Dog? Thank you for that, Zero. So y'all can smack him around, swing that wrench. Everything I've done is legal. I don't know where he thinks, so we are legal. I've double checked all the laws, anyways. a content creator that's smart. How you doing, J Dog? So the plan is simple. We're well in our way to basically making this happen. But good to hear. Good to hear. I'm glad to see you. I seen you were live earlier. I'm sorry I didn't make it in there. Mostly right now, I'm kind of piecing everything together. So we do have an aftercare plan. There you go. You guys know the drill. So we're okay. So pretty much from here, it's a matter of making the pieces fall where they may. Regardless of the situation, we're going to be all right. Like I said, I go back to work soon. We're going to be okay. Yeah, I seen that. I'm sorry. I've got so much going on. I have the death of my grandmother and everything. Um, it was 90. Ironically enough, I was talking to my mom today, and I said, I thought you said she was 96. No, she was 97. I got corrected. Your grandmother was 97. She just turned 97 earlier this year. I was like, my goodness. Pandemic got her. Oh, wow. 15 years you've been on YouTube. 15 years. That's a long time. So we are on our way. So strap yourself in, kids. Read Discord. Alrighty. Well, we'll get over to Discord here in just a little bit. Uh, so we now have games getting involved. Hopefully, all goes well. And regardless of the situation, we're all set. So we have made an impact. How big of an impact? I don't know yet. But I know that we're on our way to, I got a funny feeling I'm probably going to end up pretty famous as that one husband who truly does love his wife. And when he says he would go to the ends of the earth for her, he meant it. There you go. Thank you, Spirit Wolf, for dropping that in there. Um, so that is our game plan right now. We're still hoping for the best possible outcome, but um, there's still that off chance that this could still go sideways. So that's kind of our where we're at now. I wanted to let you guys know that, like I said, with me returning to work and um, and that sort of thing, that we're going to be okay. It's just going to take a second to get everything lined out. Once we're lined out, I think we'll be all right. You know, might have to live. I didn't want to live here more than another year, but it might have to just to get it all lined out. Really quick, you might as well say I've got like a little corner of me too. Um, there you go. This is a picture that, as best as I could show you, from like 5 years ago, but I keep it up here on my desk, right next to her wedding ring, my little shrine to her. I look at it every day. I even still kiss her goodnight. I miss her, and I want the best. My hope is that maybe we can make a big enough difference in all of this that we can get her home, get her safe. Like I said, I got a funny feeling I'm going to be probably. I mean, when this guy says that he's for realsies, on being, going to the ends of the earth for his wife, he meant it. I still keep the pocket watch that she got me. I never wore it because I was always afraid I'd bang it up because I never wanted the inscription to get messed up. To my husband, I love you. In the morning, in the middle of the day, in the hours we're together, and in the hours we're away. I still keep it. Keep it close by. She is an amazing artist. Yeah. I mean, there's no question about it. I am married to one of the most amazing women ever to walk this planet. No question about it. So, come tomorrow. It's a big day. It's a really big day. Yeah, it's a pocket watch. It says, to my husband, I love you. What's going on, Joshua? Welcome to the live stream. It says, to my husband, I love you. In the morning, in the middle of the day, in the hours we're together, and in the hours we're away. I keep it close by, reminding myself why, which I don't need reminding, why I'm fighting to get my wife back home, to get her safe, to get her well. She deserves it. And you know, oh yeah, it's a pocket watch. I have a thing for pocket watches because I'm that old school kind of guy that still wears the suit and tie and everything. Well, she's not well. She's not well. Mental illness and drug addiction have taken over. You know, so we have a lot of ground to cover. Mostly right now, it's in preparation. I believe it's not a question of if, it's a question of when. Oh, we used to do kind of like a fancy Friday where I would do, yeah. Uh, and she's off on her own thing back in the waiting arms of her family that that has continued to abuse her. Her father's even sexually assaulted her. So she's not right in the head, obviously going back to that environment. So my objective right now is to get her home, get her safe, get her treated for her chemical dependency and any other mental issues that we need to deal with. And if she decides she doesn't want to be around dear old Prince Magnum after that, hey, I can live with that, but at least I know she has a chance for a normal, everyday life. Um, but there's a lot of people that believe that this will be a new beginning for us, a very special one, um, where brand new beginning for us all. And I would love to see my wife back home, safe, whole. Not right now. She's pretty pissed off because I went so far as the authorities are now involved. Okay. Um, Not because I did anything wrong, but because she broke several federal laws going across the country the way that she did with chemical substances that it's not legal, sort of thing. So the authorities are now starting to get involved in the fact that her father has never come to, um, has never been brought to the authorities over his sexual assault to her, is now right there in everybody's face. So, yeah. So we're dealing with a big issue. This is huge. Like strap yourself in, kids, sort of thing. So the authorities are now going to be starting to get involved. Um, and with the authorities getting involved the way they are, the money's going to start getting tight over there. There's no way she's going to be able to get drugs. And got it from a coworker. She admitted that herself. So all of this information is now out there. And it's only a matter of time before now the authorities get caught up. And I'm looking for my vape pen because it's getting dark outside and it's hard for you all to for me to do. Yep, the authorities are now. Yep, I guess you could say that. But the thing of it is that we have someone who's not mentally well out there, doing all the dark stuff that could end up getting them killed or into trouble and things like that. So what we're trying to do is prevent anything from happening. So this is an intervention. You guys actually see an intervention happening right now. I am still looking for my vape pen. Where the hell did I leave that? No, I think I left it in there. It's definitely not in the office or anything. So that's the gist of it. You're looking at an intervention. I know. Wow. Interventions can be real. Maybe I took it out. Maybe I did take it out to the, take y'all back out here with me. Better close the door because cats will be out here. That's a good question. Why are people so dang complicated? Why do we got to make things, the simple things, so damn difficult? Okay. So, we have created now an atmosphere where she has to finally listen. I never wanted to have to go this far, but we're doing it. But the main objective is that in the meantime, I need to kind of prepare for her homecoming. Yeah, we overcomplicate the simple stuff. We're always escape from reality when the truth of it is that you don't escape reality. There's actually a joke in AA that that sobriety, that the word sober actually is an acronym. Son of a bitch, everything's real. Well, I don't know. We're pretty well set now where that if she doesn't come back, I can still move forward. But are you asking me what am I gonna do? As far as maybe moving on? At this point in time, I think it's safe to say I'm not really interested in anything other than being a good husband. That's it. So if you're asking me, are you going to move on or? Am I going to move on? I don't know. I'm really not interested in anything, anybody like that. Um, if anything happened to her, there's really nobody out there for me. I had them, and I was dumb enough to not pay close enough attention to when she was really falling into a dark world. So how can I even be with anybody else? Truth be told. I'm not interested in anybody. Really not. Um, she was without question. She is the one. I had her. And if I'd have been a little bit smarter, she'd probably still be here right now. So I blame myself for not being a little bit more diligent, for not being more strong in watching everything. Too busy trying to hit it big, and I didn't pay attention. You know, if I'd have just paid a little bit more attention, would have watched just a little bit closer, would have just oh Well, on this channel, you're still welcome. Okay, you are welcome. We accept, I guess you could say, Mr. Josh, we don't hold anything against anybody. Okay, thanks for the heads up. We don't hold anything against anybody at any point at any time. Okay? I mean, unless you start getting hateful, then that's a whole nother ball game. But we're not here to judge anybody with any mental illness. Okay, so basically, we are cool with you as long as you're cool with us. That's how it always goes on this channel. I suffer from PTSD. There, I said it again. So I'm not here to pass judgment. You know, I am. I don't base who you are on your mental health. I base who you are on whether or not you're a dick. That's just common sense. You know, um, so that's understandable, and I'm grateful that you're here. Thank you for coming into this channel, and thank you for sharing that. Thank you for sharing that. It takes a lot of courage to share mental health because despite how far we have come in normalizing it, what's the fucking definition of normal, right? Even though we've done our best to normalize it, it doesn't mean that there's still not a stigma about it. I'm still looking for my vape pen. So, in that regard, okay, in that regard, we can normalize it. We should normalize mental health issues like that more and more. And the fact that, because my wife is not well herself, I'm not well. You know, I'm not going to be the same after this. I'm going to be a fucking disaster for a long time to come. But the objective is let's get my wife taken care of. Fair enough. Fair enough. You know, and, I'm sorry you experienced that, but I'm grateful that you're here. Hey, sis. You know, I'm grateful that you're here, and I'm grateful for all of you being here, including my sister. We've got the word out, sis. Got big. So we're crossing the bridges. It's only a matter of time before the heat gets too hot. Hopefully we can get her home, get her well, and get her taken care of. Well, so that's kind of the gist of it. We're making a difference. My hope from here is that we can get her home, get her safe, and get her taken care of. But first things first, we're aware of us, and we're all set to do that now, starting tomorrow with some help coming, and then Wednesday going back to work. To my knowledge, not really. You're gonna have to get in touch with them. Okay. Um, we don't talk about all that here. Well, Princess Faye, without question, is one of the most amazing people on the planet. That is my wife. And we got a lot of ground to cover with her. Um, I did not know. Honey, I didn't know. I didn't know. And I'm sorry I didn't pay enough. Take a guess, sis. Discord link is a little further up in the chat, but it's there. You'll figure it out. We'll leave it at that. So, We do have a lot of ground to cover. I want to continue to thank all of you, including the big shots who came in and have been helping um, make a difference. You guys are important. You guys are special. You know who you are. Little villain light going on here. There we go. So I can find my vape pen. But we got a lot of ground to continue to cover. We got to prepare for her homecoming, but even if she doesn't come home, everything that we're doing will still work out for us. So I hope so too. That's my beloved wife. She's everything to me. What's happening, Charlie? So we're pretty well set to start making a living again. And it's going to take us a second to get everything squared away, but we will get it squared away. So Princess Faye should hopefully this nightmare is over soon. And the playlist, we got it set up. All I got to do is the videos to the playlist. Well, the live streams that we've done. We'll get those on the playlist. You're just getting caught up. Well, I'll have a playlist where this really kind of begins the intervention. Shout it out to everyone you know. We got to continue to keep turning up that heat, but now some big names are involved. Okay, big names, big podcasters, big Twitch streamers, you name it. They are now involved in helping get Princess Faye home so we can get her straightened out. Now, after this, if she decides she still wants to leave me and doesn't want to be a part of my life, hey, I'll understand. Okay? And I can live with that. She can even hate me for it. I don't think she will, but I think once she realizes how big this is, she might come to her senses, but we have we have to continue to create that aura of you can't keep going like this. So that is our game plan. Thank you all for continuing to help and share out the streams and to get everyone on board. We got a lot of ground to cover. We're not done yet. And I haven't given up hope on that woman. She is still my everything. But this morning we talked about hoping for the best. Now we're talking about planning for the worst. Okay? Let's not give up hope. Again, I want to remind you all that there was someone who didn't give up hope on me a long time ago. And I got the help I needed. So I didn't have to keep on keeping on. And if it hadn't been for them, I wouldn't be here today. They gave their life for me. Because I still feel to this day that Tanya took my place. We're not to that point yet. We're not to that point. Charlie, I think you still might. Well, no, you don't know how to get a hold of me. Look up Dennis Pohl on YouTube and give me a holler. I'll get you clued in, okay? You'll know it's me. I'm leaning up against Project Spirit. But we're not there yet, basically. I haven't given up. Still married. Still believe in her. I love that woman. But we have to also take into consideration that she may decide to take herself to that too far gone place. So the main objective is to make sure that we can keep this channel going and continue to build where hopefully I don't have to work anymore. But we got a lot of ground to cover. Okay? We're going to be able to keep the lights on and keep the channel rocking and rolling, keep a roof over our head and food on the table. We'll have to jockey around content, but hey, do what we got to do. What? can't stand on the stairs backwards. Spirit Wolf, what the frick, dude? Yeah, we start Wednesday. Well, I'm new job, but yet it's my old job. I'm going back to my old job. I I never thought of that. So, again, I want to thank you all for continuing to help. Yeah, he's right. I guess I never really thought of that. Huh. Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, the workforce sucks right now, so they need someone who's a little too meticulous at times. But it is what it is. Again, I want to thank y'all for every bit of help that you've been giving me. But we're not through this yet. We're not out of the woods. We still got a wonderful woman out there who's sinking into the world of chemical dependency and mental health issues. And that woman is my wife, and she means the world to me. It is what it is, Charlie. Sometimes we just got to we just got to keep going forward. For those that do not know, Charlie and I go way back. Old days of the Prince Magnum channel when Project Spirit was still a fairly new project to the channel. He's a pretty cool guy, but you know, he's watched this channel evolve. He also knows how much I feel about that woman since him and I go way back. But we got a lot of ground to cover. Again, as we get ready to wind down the stream, continue to share it out and continue to get the word out. We've got to keep turning that heat up. It did go today where we were on the stovetop, but now we're inside of a furnace and the temperature's rising. We will make a difference. Right after this, I got to check Discord. I got to talk to a few people. Um, I want to thank you all for being here again. I can't thank you guys enough for the continued support. We're going to be live tomorrow with kind of, how am I doing? Kind of an update. And then come Wednesday, we're going to look at talking about retro, old school wrestling again. Thursday will be sober talk. We're winding it down a little bit. We basically have done as much as we can do. As much as I can. Be honest with you, I'm hanging in there. I lost a little bit of weight. I'm not gonna lie. I needed to trim up a little bit anyways because of my size. I don't carry weight well. Is what it is. So I'm okay though. I'll be okay. But am I interested if Princess Faye doesn't come home and all that? Am I interested in moving on? There is no one else. Oh wow. Rock on, Zero. You could do that though. So I need to wrap it up so I can make those phone calls and everything. Um, so as we begin to, Sean, he's an awesome guy. He gets in here when he can. He's a busy guy. So as we begin to wind down for the night, I want to again thank all of you for being here. Yeah, it's the old job, but I'm going back to it as almost like I'm returning. I'll be working in two locations, and then I've got a big job after that, and they're going to keep me busy. So as we begin to let out for the night, I want to remind you all because I got to go get some, start kind of getting tucked away for the evening and work on what I got to work on. But I want to remind you all that absolutely. I want to remind you all as we go in for the evening, don't take anything for granted, okay? If you've got a loved one, keep them close. Pay close attention. Never know. A little bit of connection issue there. So as we begin to let out now, I want to say to you all, if nobody's told you that they love you today, Prince Mac does. God bless you and have a happy 24. Thank you.